It's DK back at you with another video here for the 3-game slate here on Thursday for NBA. So first, let's look back to see how we did last night. It went really well. If you watched the podcast and my cash games videos, most of the guys that I mentioned all had very good nights. So let's just look back to see my final lineup. So I ended up going with Alfred Payton, LeVert, C.D. Osman, Anthony Davis, Cantor, Galloway, Tobias, and Alex Len. So I talked about Payton, I talked about LeVert, I talked about Osman, I talked about Tobias and Alex Len in my cash game video. So I plugged all those guys in, and I told you guys I was playing Anthony Davis, my stud. He did not disappoint at all. He went off. I really like Cantor here against the matchup with Len. Cantor did all right. Len, not so much. That's what happens when chalk Alex Len. It just I don't know why I played Alex Len. I could have pivoted and played Jared Allen. I thought about it. Kind of got sucked into that play, so that was not a good play. Galloway here was just more of salary relief with Stanley Johnson and Reggie Bullock out. I knew he was going to play 30-plus minutes. Watching that game, he kind of just stood in the corner, though. Wasn't really as productive as he was in the preseason. So kind of missed the mark there. But everything else, everyone else had a great day, and overall it was a great first main slate here for NBA. So with that being said, let's go to NBA right now. Let me go ahead and clear that. All right. So we got Miami Heat and Washington. We got the Bulls and the 76ers, the Lakers, and the Blazers. So let's look at the over-unders real quick here. So over-under of 213 for Miami and Washington. Washington favored by 5.5. The Bulls and 76ers are over-under 220 with Philly favored by 12. And the Lakers and the Blazers over-under of 222 with Portland favored by 3. So only the real blowout potential here is with the 76ers. So you got to keep that in mind. So normally I would just be doing a cash game video pointing out a couple plays from each position that I think were underpriced. But with this just being 3 games, I'm going to do more of an in-depth analysis, and then I will still be giving cash game plays out. So first, let's start with Miami and Washington. So looking at these salaries, guys, right here at the top is just John Wall and Brad Beal. They're way too underpriced here in DraftKings. $8,200 and $6,800. I understand the matchup against the Heat is not the best, but they're missing 2 of the best defenders in Justice Winslow and in James Johnson. So I am firing John Wall up in all cylinders here tonight. Cash games for sure, GPPs for sure. I love that price. I don't know if I want to play both. So if you want to pivot off Wall, definitely Beal. Great price tag here at $6,800. Don't mind that at all. Another play, it's too cheap here, is HASSAN Whiteside here, $7,000. We don't know if Dwight Howard's going to play. If Dwight Howard does play, I guess downgraded Whiteside a little bit. But he's looked great so far in the preseason, and he got 30-plus minutes here in the first game here against the Magic. So it looks like Spoelstra is going to give him more minutes this season. We saw last season, Whiteside sometimes wouldn't even see the court in the fourth quarter. So with him seeing a full allotment of minutes at only $7,000, I really like Whiteside as well. So we move down here. Josh Richardson at $6,200. We know he's going to play all the minutes he can. He played 38 minutes last game with these injuries to the Heat. I do fully expect him to continue to play that amount of minutes. He's got that block and steal upside, so a little more valuable here on FanDuel than DraftKings. But I definitely don't mind Josh Richardson at all. Kelly O was kind of chalky last night for some reason. I didn't really get that. But he let everyone down. So I guess you could give a look to him at GPPs. This will be so low owned. Goran Dragic, $6,000. Not someone I really play a lot. I think on this 3-game slate, I'm not looking his way. Definitely GPP viable though. Dwight Howard, very cheap price tag here at $5,900. So whether or not he's going to play or not, if he ends up being out, you can definitely give a look to Jan Mahimi here at $4,600. We'll definitely pick up a start there. But Dwight Howard, if he plays, that's a very good price tag for him. It's just whether or not he would see a full allotment of minutes. It would kind of be interesting to see what they do with him. Let's see. Otto Porter, if you like the pivot off John Wall or Brad Beal, it's not a bad price tag there. Markieff Morris, GPPs only. We know he can get very hot. He can also shoot the ball, 1 of 10 from the field. So someone GPP viable for sure. So Bam Adebayo here at 4,900. I thought it was really interesting. Miami played him and Whiteside together. So Bam saw 20-plus minutes here. 4,900. I don't mind that. It's going to be interesting to see kind of how Spoelstra does this if he continues to run Bam and Whiteside together. So right now, only GPPs for him. D Wade, 4,800. It's too cheap for him. I know he's coming off the bench. I know he's old, but he's going to shoot the ball a ton. 4,800. I don't mind this at all for cash or GPPs. He's just too cheap for D Wade. And the bench guys here for Washington. The only one I would really have interest in here is Kelly Oubre. They run a little more small ball. I would like Oubre here, 4,200 is a very good price tag. It stands out to me. We saw Rodney McGruder pick up the start, as well as Derrick Jones Jr. So both those guys for salary relief you can give a look at. I think McGruder played about 30 minutes, and Derrick Jones Jr. fouled out, only played about 17 minutes. So both those guys are definitely viable for salary relief for cash games. So let's look at Chicago and Philly now. So with Philadelphia, we know the offense is coming through Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. If I had to pick one of the two here, it's tough. I think I'd go Embiid. Ben Simmons has had very good games against Chicago in his career. So definitely, both these guys are viable. I just think Ben Simmons will be a little more popular after this big game. So I like the pivot, maybe get Embiid a little lower ownership. So news that just broke here is Chris Dunn, personal, he will be out. So that's going to open up a lot here for Chicago. They said they're going to start Cameron Payne. So let's look at Cameron Payne real quick here. 3,600. He's going to get the start. The thing was a campaign though. Not very productive when he gets the minutes. So I mean, he's gonna be chalk tonight, guys. If you're playing cash games, you kind of got to play him. He's just too cheap for starting point guard. But I will say one thing here. Pivot, I'm really liking off Cameron Payne for GPPs. It's right here, Antonio Blakeney. This guy has looked amazing in the summer league and in the preseason. He also, when he gets the minutes, he's just going to shoot the ball a ton. So I really think Blakeney is a great pivot off Cameron Payne for the ownership. But cash games, guys, you gotta play Cameron Payne. So let's get back to this game. So Levine here, 6,400, also standing out to me with no Chris Dunn. You might run the point a little more here. So really like that price here for Levine. Free Bobby Portis, guys, 5,700. He's starting. I'm all in on Bobby Portis. He's a monster when he gets minutes. Now that he's in the starting lineup. I love this play by Portis, 5,700. If you want to pivot off Bobby Portis, I certainly don't mind Jabari Parker. I should get a little more usage here off the bench. So definitely don't mind Jabari. I just think I'm rolling with Bobby Portis. Another play I'm really liking here is Dario Saric, 5,500. He let a lot of people down the other night, got into foul trouble. But I really like this price tag of 5,500. And he's going to have Bobby Portis defense. So I really like Dario Saric here. Bobby Portis and Dario Saric for cash and GPP. JJ Redick, Markelle Fultz. That's just a situation I'm staying away from. They're starting Markelle Fultz in the first half and then JJ in the second half. It's just not a situation I want to mess with. Rocco, 4,700. I hate playing this guy. GPPs only. He can get hot from beyond the arc. But again, not a guy I really like playing. So we know Denzel Valentine's not going to play. So that opens up more for Campaign and Blakeney because Denzel could have run the point. Justin Holiday here, 4,300. I don't know if I want to go there off the bench. We got Wendell Carter Jr. here, 4,200. They said he's going to start at center. So, I mean, 4,200, that's just way too cheap for a starting center. I really don't know if he's going to see a full allotment of minutes. He's going to have a tough matchup here against Joel Embiid. But definitely, for sure, cash in viable here for Wendell Carter Jr. If we scroll down here, one more guy I want to mention is AMIR Johnson here, 3,400. With Muscala out, Johnson saw 13 minutes. I think actually that was the preset. I think he saw 15 minutes, but he's the only other really healthy big. So he's strictly going to see backup minutes to Embiid. So if Embiid gets in foul trouble, your guy here is AMIR Johnson. We know he's got that block and steal upside, so a little cheap here, 3,400. GPP viable for sure. TJ McConnell, not someone I'm really interested in. Basically getting minutes strictly backing up Ben Simmons. So yeah, that's about it here for this game. So the final game here of the night, it's the Lakers, it's the Blazers. I like this game a lot. Should stay close. Highest over-under of the night. So at the top here, LeBron James, 10-8. So, when I first look at the slate, I was like, okay, I got to play LeBron. His first game as a Laker. But, listening to some news, Luke Walton said he wants to limit LeBron a little bit because of how many minutes he got as a Cavalier. He said he's got him for 4 seasons. He doesn't want to wear him out. So that downgrades LeBron a little bit. I think instead of seeing his 37, 38 minutes a night, he's going to see 32. But 32 minutes of LeBron James in this matchup, you can't go wrong here. It's just a matter of roster construction. And after looking over this, I think I might be going with LeBron fade, to be honest, guys. There's a lot of guys underpriced. I like the mid tier. I like John Wall, Lillard a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to be playing LeBron, but definitely, you can't go wrong with LeBron James. So Lillard here, 8,600. It's too cheap here against the Lakers. Lakers don't play a lot of defense here, and I fully expect Lillard to have a great game here. I love this price tag for Damian Lillard. If you want the pivot off Lillard, it's definitely CJ McCollum here, 7,100. We've seen Lillard, sometimes he gets cold and he just defers to CJ McCollum. So definitely pivot here if you want to fade Lillard and go McCollum. I don't mind that at all. Brandon Ingram, 6,500. I like that price tag a lot for him. I think Luke Walton's going to run him out there a lot. He's young, so there's no issue with wearing him out. So 6,500, I like Ingram a lot. Yusuf Nurkic here at 6,300. That's also just too cheap of a price tag for him. Terry Stotts is frustrating for DFS perspective. Sometimes he gives Nurkic 30-plus minutes, sometimes 20. But he's owned the Lakers here in the past, so I really like Nurkic here at 6,300. The whole Rondo, Lonzo Ball situation, it's really tough for me because I like both these guys, so they get a lot of assists, they fill up the stat sheet. I really do want to play them, but I feel like they're just going to split minutes, 24 each. They can't play together because both of them can't shoot. So right now, this is a situation I'm staying away from. Kuzma, 5,500. Like this a lot. Luke Walton said they're at times going to run him at the 5. I'll play some small ball. So I really like Kuzma here at 5,500. We know he's going to shoot the ball a ton when he gets out there. Aminu at 4,900. Not someone I like playing a lot. He does fill the stat sheet, but he's more of a stand in the corner, shoot threes, get rebounds type guy. So at this 3-game slate, I don't know if I want to go here with Aminu. KCP, Josh Hart situation. Another situation like Lonzo and Rondo. I don't know if I want to go there. I think KCP is going to get the start. But like I said, both those guys I think should split minutes. So I really don't know if I want to go there with KCP or Hart. McGee, though, 4,500. This guy's looked very, very good here for the Lakers so far. Seeing 20 to 25 minutes in the preseason. He's just a different player than he was at Golden State. Golden State, he was only a block, putback type guy. The Lakers, they're feeding him, giving him more usage here. So I like McGee at this price tag a lot here at 4,500 for starting center. I fully expect him to see same thing, 20 to 25 minutes. If we scroll down here, Mo Harkless here. He's probable. He's going to be limited to 20 minutes or fewer. So that limits other guys like Evan Turner. I just don't know if I want to go there here on this 3-game slate. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. You could give a look to Michael Beasley. I don't know how many minutes him or Lance Stevenson are going to get. The problem is the Lakers do have a lot of guys that can play. So really the 2 top guys for the Lakers for me are Kuzma and Ingram. And, you can't go wrong with LeBron either. So yeah, that's basically it here for the 3-game slate. let's look at maybe a first look lineup here for GPPs. So like I said, I really like John Wall. So let's throw him in. And I also really like Lillard here. It's just too cheap. So yeah, let's do that, and let's throw in Antonio Blakeney for GPPs. I really like that pivot off campaign. If you're playing cash games, you got to play campaign. But Blakeney here for GPPs, I like that a lot. So I really like this mid-range here. Nurkic, I think he's just way too cheap. Him and Whiteside, it's going to be tough to choose. You can definitely pick both if you want to. But right now for me, I think I'm going to lean a little bit towards Nurkic. So let's see here. Shooting guard position. I think we can go. Oh, we can play campaign here at shooting guard. So we can play him for salary relief. Him and Blakeney together. I don't mind that. The small forward position. Like I said, LeBron. I just don't know if I can get there here with that salary. I really like Ingram. I don't mind Ben Simmons. He's a great games here against Chicago. I really like Kuzma. I really like Saric. It's really tough here, guys. So let's throw Saric in for now. I'm freeing Bobby Portis without a doubt tonight. Too cheap a price tag for him. 8,700. It doesn't really work out, but you get the picture here, guys. I kind of like more balanced lineup here. I think I'm going with LeBron fade just because Luke Walton said he's not going to give him. He's going to try to limit him a little bit here. So yeah, that's going to do it here for today's video, guys. If you have been enjoying the content, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I already did kind of a game-by-game breakdown with the Put 'em Up podcast for this slate. It's already up on my YouTube channel, so if you guys want to watch that, you can go ahead and do that. Do so. But yeah, with that being said, I will be back here for tomorrow for Friday's main slate. We got a lot of games there. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. I will see you then.